Hello, my name's MXZZ, and today I'm going to show you how to build the invisible game in Ciaran's Crazy World. Couple of things I want to go over before we get into the video. First of all, don't have any updates for the world right now. Reason for this is because I've not watched Ciaran's Crazy World for a little bit, and I haven't properly spoken to Ciaran for a little while either, so I don't know what I'm allowed to show off, and what he's built in videos and whatnot, I don't know. So I need to sit down, talk to Ciaran, or look for his channel and get a proper idea of what I am allowed to show off in terms of updates and whatnot. So that's why I'm doing Invisible, because it's a nice, quick, easy game. I know he's shown it off in a video, so let's get started. First thing we need to do is mark out where this pathway is, and this game sits right behind Jump for It Parkour and King of the Ladder. And this path should be 5 blocks away from this path down here, so we have 5 blocks of grass in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then another 5 blocks of grass over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we should have 1 black concrete, 3 white concrete, and then 1 black concrete. Next thing we need to do is we need to open up the ground, so I'm going to have my invisible helper come in and do that for us. Okay, so my invisible helper has opened up the ground and built a little room for us to build in. So this room is a total of 11 by 23, and it's 4 blocks deep. So going in this direction here, and it rubs right up against this path here. Going in this direction here, it's 11 blocks long. And going in this direction, it's a total of 23 blocks long. And again, we bring it down a total of 4, like so. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have my invisible helper come along and just fill the walls in with white concrete up to a total of 4 blocks tall. Okay, and I've asked my invisible helper just to leave this front wall off here because we are going to have to build the pathway on top. So, we're going to have to change some of these blocks out to black concrete in a little bit, but for now this is fine. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to have my invisible helper lay down the floor for us. And then I'll go over the floor and how it's meant to look once he's done that. Okay, so the floor has been added in, and basically for this floor, most of it's all white concrete, but we're going to throw in some black concrete in here as well. So, going all the way around the edge, just rubbing up against the walls, it's a ring of white concrete. And then this first row here, we've got 2 black concrete, skip 1, then a 2x2 square, skip 1, 2x2, skip 1, 2x2, skip 1, 2x2, skip 1, 2x2, skip 1, 2x2 again. Okay, so if I pan above, just so you can see that, you can copy it and whatever you need to do. Obviously the middle row, we just have 1, and then skip 1, 2, 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 and then we've got the ring that rubs up against the wall. Okay, and then just down here it's exactly the same as on the left side with the 2x2 squares going all the way across, like so. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is I need to have my invisible helper come in and add in all the black spots on the wall. And basically for these, they're just going to line up exactly where they do in the floor. So if we grab some black concrete, just so I can go over this quickly, we're going to come to the wall and line ourselves up with the black concrete in the floor, break out the middle block, and then replace it with a black concrete. And you just copy this all the way across along the walls. So I'm going to have my invisible helper do that, and I will be back in just 1 second. Okay, and something I need to quickly mention, now that that's done, the back and front walls are a little different. And the reason for this is because instead of copying exactly where the black concrete is on the floor, it's a little different. So in the middle of the wall, we have 3 black concrete, and then we skip 1 and we have 1, like so. And that's on the back. On the front, it's the same thing, except we're going to extend these singular black concretes down a block, because these are going to have ladders on them a little bit later on. So make sure to do that. Okay, but with that done, that is the pretty much the downstairs area finished. All we need to do now is throw around some torches, add on a ceiling, and yeah. So I'm going to have my invisible helper quickly add on the torches, and then I can show where they go. Okay, and on the front wall, the torches are going to go right in the very middle. On the long wall, they're going to go right on this first white concrete. Then we're going to skip 2 blacks. Well, technically it's 3 blocks, but I'm going to count it as 2. So 1, 2, just 2 squares, I guess. Then a torch, skip 2 squares of black, and then a torch, skip 2 squares of black, and then a torch. On the back wall, they're going to go in the corners and the middle. And then on this wall over here, they're going to go in exactly the same place as they are on this wall. So just line them up. Okay, with that being done, the next thing we need to do is we need to add on the pathway and make a little ceiling in here. So the ceiling along the back wall is just going to be one straight row of white concrete going across like so. But on the front wall, we need to do the pathway to make this ceiling work. So I'm going to have my invisible helper quickly do this for us. Okay, and this is what the ceiling wants to look like at the front of the game. So basically what we've done, we've brought the pathway forwards. So we've put a black concrete in front, put 3 to the left, and then gone forwards 1. We then put white concrete in between all of that. And down here we have a singular black concrete in the middle. On the next row, we have, it doesn't really matter what you have this block as. I have it as white, but you could have it as black or whatever you want, because you don't see it, it's underneath the game. But I have 1 white concrete, and then 4 black concretes, 1 white concrete, 4 blacks, and then the block that doesn't really matter, which I have as white concrete again. And then just behind that, we have a straight row of white concrete. So if I pan up, you guys can pause and copy this as needed. Like so. Okay, so the only thing we have left to do here is along these long walls here on the sides, we need to break out all the white concrete and we need to change them to black concrete on both sides. Just going to quickly do that here. And I'm going to have my invisible helper just quickly fill that in with black. Next up, we're going to fill the open middle gap in with oak fence gates. And once we've filled all that middle part in with oak fence gates, we can come and start the actual building itself. So, for this building, we're going to come right up to where this pathway ends. And right on top of this block here, we're going to place a black concrete. We're going to place one on the other side. And then we're going to place one right at the back 2 corners as well. Okay. Then black concretes are going to come up a total of 5 blocks tall. And then at the 4th block level, we're going to connect all the blacks up. Okay, so once we've connected all that up at the 4th block level, we need to start building the walls. So this front wall here is pretty much going to be all white concrete with a couple of spaces of black concrete in there. So I'm going to have my invisible helper do that for us, and then... Actually, I'll have my invisible helper do all the walls, and then I'll come back and explain what they look like. Okay, so my invisible helper has built the walls up for us. So this front wall, it's mostly going to be all white concrete. We're going to have a spruce door right in the middle. And then 1 block away from the door, we're going to have 2 black concrete in the wall. And then right above these little holes that we had before where the ladders go, we've got spruce trapdoors above those. Moving around to the side, again, it's mostly going to all be white concrete, but then we're going to skip 1 and have 2 black concrete in between each one, which should leave 1 on each end. The back wall is going to be the same as the front, but with no door in the middle, just a singular black concrete. And then this side wall, again, is going to be exactly the same as it is on the other side. So just copy that. Torches on this building. On the front, we're going to put them right in the corners and the middle. And also on top of the black concretes where they stick up. On the side, we're going to have it right above the first white concrete column. And then we're going to skip 5 in between each torch and place another one. So just keep, place a torch, count 5, place a torch, count 5, so on all the way across. And then right in the middle of these 2 torches here, place 1 black concrete with 1 torch on top. So there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 white concrete on either side of this torch. On the back wall, they're going to go 1 in from the corner, so right above the start of the white concrete, and in the middle. So it's a little different than what it is on the front, but that is how it is. I'm pretty sure that's how it is. I will double check that, but... Oh no, I am wrong. Sorry about this. These ones on the front do want to be in a block. My bad. There we go. And then obviously on this side over here, they're in exactly the same places on the other side. So go ahead and do that. Okay, so the next thing we have to do for this game is we need to add the carpets in. So the carpet is going to go on top of all the fence gates, and it's going to mimic exactly what's down below. So wherever there's a black concrete down below, place a black carpet on top. Wherever there's white concrete, place a white carpet. I'll have my invisible helper do that, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, and with the carpets added in, the next thing we need to do is add the ceiling, which is going to be made out of stained glass. It's going to be exactly the same pattern as what's on the floor, and it's going to go one block down from where this column or this ring of black concrete is. So it's going to start right at the top here where the white concrete is. So it's going to be exactly the same as it is on the floor. I'll have my invisible helper do that for us, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so my invisible helper has filled in the ceiling for us. So again, it's exactly the same pattern as on the floor, but with white and black stained glass. And in all four corners, we've got spruce trapdoors with ladders underneath, like so. And that's the same in all four corners. Oh, and my invisible helper placed an extra ladder in, which he didn't mean to place. Whoops. Okay, there we go. Fix that for him. So that's pretty much the game done. There's no torches on the inside of this game. So yeah, that is pretty much the game done. The only thing we have left to show off now is the sign, which is going to go right at the front of the game. It's on this far left black concrete block here, and it says invisible. It's a spruce sign, like so. So yeah, that is the invisible game done. So I'm going to say thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.